Begin in a supine position on your back so that your heels are within arm's reach. Start with some pelvic tilts, imagining you have wheels either side of your pelvis and you're wheeling your pelvis back towards your head so you feel your lower back imprint onto the floor. Once you've done a few pelvic tilts here, continue the movement into a bridge. Make sure with your bridge, you want to move each vertebra one at a time on the way up and down. Also think about drawing your heels back towards your head and sending your knees over your toes. Once you've done a few like this, you can bring your arms overhead as you come up and back by your sides as you peel back down, if this feels nice. Make sure you keep drawing the heels back towards you and sending the knees over the toes, as this helps to create length through the spine. On your final bridge, keep your arms overhead if that feels nice, as you then take your feet a little bit wider. Here, you can start to windscreen wiper the legs any amount to help improve hip mobility. While you're here, you can also take the upper body into the opposite direction of the knees. This will help to create a beautiful stretch through the side and front of the body. Once you're done windscreen wiping, make your way onto all fours with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. From here, press through the hands to round the upper back and then come into an extension through the entire spine, your cat-cow. Really make this feel nice, trying to create extension and flexion from all parts of the spine. Make sure as you extend, you give yourself a double chin so you really get into the uppermost portion of your spine. Moving from cat-cow, we'll go into child's pose. With this, you can either keep the knees as they were narrow or take them a bit wider as I have done here. Shift your weight forward and back to really round through the lower back. Make this one feel really nice and stay there for a little bit if you need. Moving on from child's pose, we're going to go into a plank position. Make sure you're really pressing your chest away from the floor, imagining opening jars through both hands. Shift your weight back into downward dog, and when you're here, start to pedal out through the feet so you start to get a stretch through the calves and through the hamstrings. One thing I'm trying to do here is keep the feet in the same position, but you're trying to heel toe the feet, lifting the toes as you take the heel down. From downward dog, shift your weight forward into your hands to your plank position. Starting with the right leg, bring the knee to the nose, rounding through the upper back, and gently step your right leg forward. Drop your back knee, moving now into a hip flexor stretch. Take the front leg a little further forward so the knee is sitting at just above 90 degrees, and think about tucking the tailbone to the back of the knees. Shift your weight back and straighten your front leg any amount to get a hamstring stretch. Move back into your hip flexor stretch, tucking the tailbone, and then shift your weight back and straighten your front leg. Here, I halfway lift my spine to create more length and more stretch. Stay here for as long as feels good. From here, shift your weight forward into a low lunge, lift the back knee and step the back leg forward so you're in a forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and bend your knees any amount as you start to roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Once you're up, do a few shoulder rolls and then straight back down, peeling each vertebra down one at a time. Again, to come back up, bend the knees any amount to initiate the movement. When you're fully standing up, make sure these shoulder rolls feel really good, using the direction of the hands to help create more rotation. Halfway lift through the spine and come back down to really get a juicy hamstring stretch. From here, take the opposite leg back, so now the left leg will be in front, and again begin to stretch the hip flexor out by tucking the tailbone. Shift your weight back and straighten your front leg to create a hamstring stretch. Again, shift your weight back and forward so that you're alternating between stretching your opposite hip flexor to your opposite hamstring. Make it feel good. Use your breath to help enhance the stretch. Inhale to create more space. Exhale and let it go. From here, let's once again come into a low lunge. As you come into your lunge, slowly bring your knee to your nose to take it back into plank position. Once again, shift your weight back into downward dog and pedal the feet out again if that feels like what's needed. Slowly tiptoe forward into your forward fold and again roll all the way up through the spine.